uh Jacob Cass 2024. I'm gonna do my Monday Night Raw review. We're gonna talk about what happened in WWE tonight. Next Monday is the season premiere. It's also the season premiere for NXT and SmackDown. Next Friday will be the debut of SmackDown going to a USA network. Now we're gonna talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. We're gonna talk about what happened in the show. We'll go through all the matches and the matches for next week's show. I'm uh, I'm gonna make this video about 1 hour and maybe 20 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. See how it goes. My video has been sponsored by JD from New York, Fightful Pro Wrestling, Post Wrestling, Wrestling Inc., Solomon the Sound Dog, and Good Work Commentaries, and the other podcasters like Andrew Zarian. I come all the way. Hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. Now let's talk about the matches we have next week on Raw. We have Bianca and Jay will defend their women's tag team titles against Isle of Fire and Isle of Dawn, a rematch. We just saw this at the pay-per-view 2 nights ago. We saw it at Basketball, and now we're getting it again in a rematch. I don't know why. Probably because there's no tag team, there's no division, the titles are worthless, they're irrelevant. We all know that. All the fans know that. No one gives a shit about the women's tag team title. They are garbage. They're irrelevant. And it match means nothing. Alright, the next match. We have an 8-man mid-tag team street fight with the Wyatt Sis and the American Made. Chad gave a couple promo saying that he wants one more. He wants to end all this in an 8-man tag. I assume that we could see Nikki Cross sit through Abigail wrestle because she hadn't wrestled a match since. I'm good. I'm glad we're gonna see her wrestle. We're gonna see Eric Rowan, Dexter Lewis, Joe Gacy wrestle. I don't think Uncle Howdy's gonna wrestle. I think gonna just watch the match. But anyway, that's gonna be next week on the show. Oh wait, wasn't there on another match? Oh yeah, I forgot. Next week we got the Intercontinental Championship number contenders fatal 4-way match with Jey Uso, Pete Dunne, Ilya Dragunov, and Braun Strowman. You know, Bronson Reed, they said he wasn't cleared to wrestle tonight. I found it hard to believe. If you guys remember last week on Raw, Bronson Reed took out Braun Strowman. He slammed into a car, hit the tsunami onto him. Now Braun Strowman did sell the injury, but he was able to wrestle tonight. But Bronson Reed, he wasn't cleared. Is it part of the storyline or is he legit hurt? I found it hard to believe. Now he wasn't in the map, but Braun Strowman was in the map. I don't know why. Braun Strowman won the triple threat match on the show. And now it's gonna be an event 4-way. We got Jey Uso and Damian Priest against Finn Balor and JD McNugget and Jay Madonna. Might as well just skip some of it. I'll go ahead and skip some of this, alright? Alright. We really came out. We really came out in the corner. Hell, they just standing there. She used her crosses as a weapon. Damian Priest and Jey Uso won the main event. This is how Monday Night Raw ended. Jey Uso and Damian Priest, they won the main event tonight. They beat McDonough and Balor in the main event, where they helped Rhea Ripley. So you know that the feud gonna continue. Will Jey Uso win the Fatal 4 next week to face Braun Breaker for the IC title? What's next in the storyline with the Judgment Day and the Terror Twins? Now we know that they're setting up Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for Bad Blood for the title. Where Rhea will probably win and end the feud. We will get Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Alright. And now let's go ahead and talk about what happened on the show. SmackDown hit to USA Network on September 13th. I almost forgot to mention about No Mercy, NXT No Mercy. That was we did get Joe Henry and versus Ethan Page for the NXT title. Ethan Page won. Actually, you guys know that Trick Williams was the referee in that match. Katie Jordan versus Wendy Chu for the NXT Women's North American title. Joe Grayson River get them believing with Gina officially arrived in NXT. We had a new debut. She also had sit down with Roxanne Perez. Roxanne, she won her NXT Women's title. She beat Parker. She had sit down with Gila. She made a debut to NXT tonight. We had Alma Fata versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT North American Championship. We had Wes Lee versus Zach Wynn. We had Chase U versus Nathan Fraser and Asa for the NXT Tag Team titles. Chase U, that's Wiz Holland and the other guy. Did Wiz Holland turn heel? He might have turned on them. Dominic got a black eye from Saturday at the pay-per-view. Kind of nasty. This is how the show opened up. The show started off with Rhea Ripley coming out. Dominic came out, kind of promo. The crowd is still booing. They're still giving them these heated boos. Kind of over it. I think we've been over it for like over a year. But anyway, we got Liv Morgan attacking Rhea Ripley's knee, took out her knee. Her and Dominic ran away, then Priest came out to help. So let's still tell that storyline with Rhea Ripley's knee. Now we know that this will happen at Bad Blood. We could get a stipulation, and I think we will get that moment when we had Dominic in the whip tied. Is he gonna get big reaction for that? Now after the opener, we did get Chad Gable and the American Maid defeated the Alpha Academy. They won this again, the Alpha Academy. After they won, Chad Gable cut a promo saying that he wants one more match with the White Six. So, and as I said earlier, they already announced it. We have an 8-man mid tag team. American Maid versus the White Six. Ivy Nile gonna wrestle. I think we will see Nikki Cross. She will wrestle. We haven't seen her wrestle in a while. I think she will wrestle. Here's that promo I was talking about. Jagger will call the Uncle Howdy. So I think we will end the feud. It's been going on for like a few months now. I think it's time they end it and move on. We did get Shayna Baszler defeating Zelina Vega. Pure Fusion Collector take out Vega. Live when she came out trying to help Zelina, but she got taken out too. I don't know what we're doing with this fast in, but it's not really going anywhere. They're trying to build them up, but it's not doing nothing. I really don't care about them. No one taking it seriously. Now we did get CM Punk. He came out. CM Punk said he wants to face Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. He said he can't take Gunther. He wants gold. But that didn't stop Drew McIntyre from attacking him. Gave him a vicious assault, beat him up. He put him to the announce table. He actually broke the bracelet. Drew McIntyre broke the bracelet that had CM Punk's wife's name and a dog's name. That's crazy. The feud is getting good and getting heated. We will get this match inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood, and that's where we're gonna end the feud. It makes sense. CM Punk is not going after no world title. He's not going after Gunther. It's gonna be Punk and McIntyre one more time. I think McIntyre will win clean. He'll win decisively. There's a reason why Bad Blood wasn't pinned. SummerSlam, it was a screwy finish because Seth Rollins was the referee. Bad and Punk got his win back. Now it's time for McIntyre to end the feud, put an end to the CM Punk rivalry. CM McIntyre destroyed CM Punk's bracelet. McIntyre is taking it way too far. He put Punk on a dresser. He got carried into an ambulance. We did get Ilya Dragunov, takes out Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio. So Dragunov, he qualified for the Fatal 4-Way match this week. It was a very good match. We did see Damian Priest get involved in a tag dominance. Ilya and Dragon Lee, they went at it back and forth. It was pretty much a singles match because they went at it. And Dragunov won. We got the unholy union defeat Damage Control. That's how they got the match with Bianca and Jade this week. Gunther came out. He were both same challenge. Now, who is gonna face Gunther for the title? And after he beat Priest, he beat Randy Orton. Who's next? There's no other babyface among that Raw. That's the problem with Triple H and creative match days. There's not enough top stars to challenge for the world title. There's not enough babyfaces. We don't know where Seth Rollins is. He must be still hurt. Sami Zayn, I don't mind it, but we already saw this feud at WrestleMania. We saw them have a great match at WrestleMania this year. Now we're going to do it again. It's pretty predictable because obviously going to win it. And they ain't got nothing for Sami Zayn. We thought he was going to team up with Jey Uso and go after the tag team title, but yeah. Jey Uso going after the mid card, and Sami Zayn going after the world title. I think we will get this match for Bad Blood. Hopefully with a stipulation. Just do something different because since we saw them at WrestleMania, might want to change up a little bit. Karen Cross played Mind Game with The Miz. Oh, Karen Cross was on the show. This had to be a bad day 7. Cross and The Miz are getting feuded.
Title, no less. Our next segment, we had Jackie Raymond backstage talking to Jey Uso. Jey Uso accepted the match to begin with Priest's tag team partner against Judgment Day, and he said it's Monday Night Raw. Then Ron Breaker showed up and got in Jay's face, told Jay to drop out of the tournament, go chase after Dominic's sloppy seconds. And Jay Jay said he was not going to do that, and in fact, he was planning.
Alright.
Jacket.
We did get a new commentary team. Yeah.
On himself versus
Sonny Kim passing away. WWF Tag Team Champion Sonny Kim
yeah,
passed away.
largely he wrapped up his in-ring career around 1984 in Mid-South. He did the Louisiana Superdomes several times, including subbing for Junkyard Dog right after Junkyard Dog left for WWF. So the team went out Dusty Rhodes against the Midnight Express on one of those Superdome shows. And I haven't heard of WWE since Kevin Dunn left. Very happy.
Now there was a funny one. This is
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
already, right?
Jordan Gray's tees are good new deal. Knockout champion WWE time to play the game. Our deal. WWE no longer on this on the base. Liv Morgan reaches impressive milestone at WWE. Yeah, Drew McIntyre destroyed the bracelets and fantasy CM Punk. Alright. So about that, he's not there yet. Now, why did match headline AEW All Out? All Out, I think it's this week. I think it's this Sunday. I will watch it. Not just want to do a review, but I will watch it. The Master and Ruler of the World, Psycho Sid versus. So I'm also going to talk about the incredible story of Psycho Sid. Psycho Sid had a lot of names back then. Sid versus Psycho Sid. Psycho Sid was a legend. Hulk Hogan chose out on Razor Grayson. Christian Miracle didn't say anything yet.
This isn't really the way that we do things. So all is good. Let's get on the same page. Plus, I'm doing solid for Rhea. I thought that was a really great way to close that logic gap. Because, man, as long as this stuff makes sense, I'm probably gonna like it. Like I've pretty low standards for enjoying stuff. I love pro wrestling. I want it to make sense, man. And that's something they went out of their way to do. They went to make it make sense. Dream Ninja says Rhea got the big pop tonight, including Punk. She has to be top 3 overall stars in the company right now. I mean, she's up there. I don't know about top 3 overall. Cody, Punk, Roman, but Rhea is consistently like right up there when I see merch charts and stuff like that. By the way, those like top merchandise seller lists that you all see like on Twitter that for some reason omit Cody Rhodes. Those are completely factually incorrect. And I've told the people that post them, hey, these are just top seller estimates. Anytime you hit the top seller button, it'll take you to a different thing. I mean, the Fanatics, the head of Fanatics, has been on record saying Cody's the top merch seller. Listen, I had people say, oh, you're a Cody homer, you're burying Roman. And I reported this for 3 years when Roman was on top. And I didn't hear people saying that. It's just very, very unusual. Right now, Cody's the top merch seller. It's the long and short of it. So later on, we ended up getting Jey Uso and Damian Priest against the Judgment Day. And of course, Liv gets involved backstage. Rhea's nursing her knee. She's on crutches, all that stuff. Rhea did the swerve at the end where she came out hobbling and Liv got in her face. That was a good moment for me. I like that Rhea is consistently street smart. It's a thing that the Legion of Doom Road Warriors used to do a lot, where just because they're bigger and stronger, like, doesn't mean they can't be beaten. But they didn't want to be like outsmarted. The Legion of Doom would do the thing where, well, if we look dumb, then that's not going to get us over. It's not going to get us over. It's just people say Cody leaks shirt sale numbers directly to you. I don't see the number. That's just the charts. And no, he does not. And if so, I mean, it wouldn't have made sense that we got those for the 3 years prior to him getting that. And some people said that like Dijak leaked me everything. And I'm like, man, I've been getting Raw and SmackDown rundown since 2018. We didn't make those charts since like I think 2019. The Fox week was the first time we got those. Yeah, and man, even when Roman was when he did the big dog thing, wasn't
go home. Can you? I'm sorry. Always told me, give it to me. Show me. I can't.
Jey Uso, Damian Priest end up winning. They have really leaned into the JD McDonough having a big ass head thing. Crowd was chanting bobblehead. He does the headbutt. I love how commentary will always be like, "Oh my god!" Whenever he does a headbutt, it's phenomenal. Like they sell it like some they blast him with a shotgun. It is fantastic. Fantastic. We got Will Chisholm saying narrative Kyrie is okay. Austin saying is Kyrie okay, and Darkstar saying probably chill. The update on Kyrie's status of the table last looks like she lost an eye. She didn't lose an eye, as best I know. She was getting checked on backstage. I don't have an update yet. We're gonna work on it. I mean, I would be shocked if she wasn't like in a situation where she was stitched up or probably taking at least a few weeks off after that. That one was tough, man. Like that was a nasty spot. Let's go ahead and talk about that. This is where Tessitore needs some more experience for sure. He mixed up Io Sky and Kyrie Sane, but Alba Fire and Isla Dawn ended up getting the win here. Kyrie did that dive off the turnbuckle and hit her face on the corner of the announce table, and it looked gnarly, man. It looked rough. Woof, bro. Like I just hope she's all right. I thought the match is fine. Alba and Isla have been given a little bit more of an opportunity, and I think they're doing pretty good. And I mean, them being damage control is nothing to just pass over. Like they were a very, very consistently pushed team. But I mean, now we are already just a few weeks into something has got to change with damage control, and they're losing top contender matches. These people who just lost the tag team. Now, granted, after the performance that Alba and Isla had at Bash in Berlin, I think that they deserve more of an opportunity. What I want is more substance to these stories, and I can carry this right over into the Pure Fusion collective situation where Shayna defeated Selena. So they had developed this a little bit, but so much of these stories that happen are, oh, there's a post-match attack, or they run into each other backstage, and there's an attack. A lot of the other guys.
An extra layer of cheese and toppings to the crispy golden edge. It's Domino's pan pizza. If you know, you know.
Beautiful. He'll sell.
Oh, that was AEW. This is Bass in Berlin. That's all in. Alright, so while we wait for the other podcasters, I will show you guys my gameplay walkthrough. Uncharted 4 Defense. Now I just want to let my fans and my new subscribers after we make Uncharted, after we do the videos and do them over, make them just right. I didn't want to make them too long or too short. I had to turn off the music. I hope you want y'all to hear my commentary and watch the storyline. I'm almost done with this Let's Play. And then I will redo and re-upload some other videos on my channel and make them a little bit more better. I'm not sure what my new Let's Play is going to be. I'll let y'all know. I'm hoping I get the PS5. It's been a while since I played Fortnite. Should I play Fortnite? I might. I think I might. I'm not sure.
Berlin was the thumbs up show. I thought it was a great show. It was in and out. It was quick. It was a culmination of whatever WWE built up coming out of SummerSlam. And I thought it was a thumbs up show. But the show that we're all looking forward to is Red Blood, October 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're celebrating the return of a show that gave us the first ever Hell in a Cell between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. And that was back in 1997 in the same building. And we're celebrating all these years later the return of Hell in a Cell. And it couldn't be more fitting. Couldn't be more fitting than with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell. And the one very important question that I posed to everybody coming out of Bash in Berlin was how WWE was going to take CM Punk and Drew McIntyre and make it feel like it belongs inside Hell in a Cell. That was the big question. Drew McIntyre beat CM Punk at SummerSlam. Obviously, Seth Rollins was a big focal point there as he was the special guest referee. We go on to Berlin and we got a strap match. And that was the stipulation for them in Berlin. CM Punk wins it. He delivers GTS after GTS after GTS to CM Punk, to Drew McIntyre, rather, does CM Punk. And he defeats Drew McIntyre by touching all four corners of the ring, all four turnbuckles, winning the old school classic. There's the theater, it's all over. No, it's not over. It's not over by a long shot. The one big question coming out of that was, how? How do we get to match number 3? Because McIntyre pinned Punk at Berlin. Punk beat McIntyre, but did not pin him at Berlin. Now we are looking at a match number 3 couple of different things for WWE to potentially go out there and write to take this to the next level to where it needed to be. I said, if WWE wants to take Drew McIntyre and have him Claymore kick AJ Lee, that's one of the big talking points in the community. Everybody's like, oh, AJ Lee's coming back. AJ Lee's back. I think attacking AJ Lee or having her get in harm's way accidentally, and she takes a Claymore kick in defense of her husband, or Drew McIntyre does something to her while she's sitting in the arena, front row, and he pulls her over the barricade, or something really dastardly by Drew McIntyre. I didn't like that idea, even though the prospect of AJ Lee being back on WWE TV is something that everybody wants to see. The fact that people were leaning towards that, I did not see that being the idea WWE went with. Why would you want AJ Lee back in this? All these years later, AJ Lee back in WWE, yes, she's playing second fiddle to her husband, and she is the casting character, not even the main character, a fucking cast, or secondary cast member in this feud with Drew McIntyre. Why would you want that? She's got a B-level role in this thing, and she's only there to propel both McIntyre and
You
Punk
could have my
inside
other
on.
body.
I don't think
I
people
was
would want that. Why would you want to ruin AJ Lee's
No, I
career
think it's
WWE based off of that? So I said, yeah, that's an
the
okay
games I have enough
idea. I
kids.
get where people are going with that, but why
The
would they
games I
want
have
that
enough kids.
for AJ Lee? I don't really see that
You
playing
have
out.
my
We're not
you
getting
can
it.
live.
We're not getting that in this feud. I said maybe a home invasion. Who knows? Punk is on his couch. He's watching the shitty Chicago
Because the
Cubs,
games I have.
and he's waiting for playoff baseball that may or may not never come. I don't fucking know. I don't really give a shit about baseball nowadays. But maybe a home invasion. I think Drew McIntyre is beyond the home invasion. Maybe Larry gets kidnapped. Maybe that handsome man, Larry, gets kidnapped. Larry's not involved. The one other thing that I pitched on Saturday afternoon was, again, regarding the bracelet. I said on Saturday, word for word, what if Drew McIntyre, in some attack on Monday, manages to get the bracelet back? He takes the bracelet, he breaks the bracelet, and you see its remnants scattered about in the ring, and that's what sets the tone. So, to Bad Blood and finish inside Hell in a Cell. That's exactly what we done. I brought a lot of different options to the table, and one of them that we brought to the table is how it played out tonight. So, good on everybody on Saturday. It's exactly what Drew McIntyre did tonight. Punk came out and said he wants the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk basically was the bringer of all of his bad news now, because he thought that with a win over McIntyre, he was going to move past McIntyre very, very easily after taking care of him at Bash in Berlin. No, Punk. It doesn't work that way. McIntyre's not going to go down quietly. McIntyre is not going to go to sleep like you want. To be a rebel, McIntyre wants to stay way off past his bedtime. And McIntyre wants to eat midnight snacks till his tummy is really full and then doesn't feel good anymore. He doesn't want to be read a bedtime story. He doesn't want to go to sleep. He doesn't want to be tucked in nice and tight. No. McIntyre is out for blood. And that's exactly what he got tonight. A bleeding CM Punk, and a Punk that was put on a gurney and sent to the hospital once again. Punk has a thing with hospitals. He went into the hospital to tear his torn pec. Then he got back out. In Chicago, they sent him back to the hospital because McIntyre followed him there after Scotland and beat the shit out of him. And now he's back in the hospital again. 3 different times. McIntyre put this guy in the hospital. I think we're even. Punk ruined McIntyre 3 different times for the world title, and McIntyre put Punk in the hospital on 3 different occasions. I think we're even now. Now it's time to settle the score in Atlanta, Georgia, inside Hell in a Cell. Punk wants to win it. WWE laid the groundwork for what's happening at Survivor Series. That's why that was made.
may be asking, well, when does he get Gunther? Why is he looking at Gunther? Punk wanted the World Championship ever since he came back to WWE. That was the goal. That was the mission statement. World Championship, WrestleMania, and that's what he came back for. He would like to win the World Championship at WrestleMania because that's what he wants to do. But I think Punk, in this case, has got to get rid of Drew McIntyre, win the World Championship, and main event WrestleMania. That is his ultimate goal, really. The World Championship is a goal, but happens at WrestleMania even better. But he wants the main event WrestleMania. That's his goal. That's why he never got a WrestleMania main event. He should have got a WrestleMania main event. It should have been WrestleMania 30 against Daniel Bryan. And fuck Vince McMahon for not letting it happen. Still, to this day, an absolutely terrible decision on why that match never happened at WrestleMania 30. But I'm not going to look back over fucking 11 years and cry over something that didn't happen. So I just feel like that should have been the case. Punk is here because of that very reason. Survivor Series. We're getting Gunther and CM Punk. Vancouver. That's the World Championship match. He won't win there either. Gunther is not losing the World Championship. I don't give a shit if you book him in a match against fucking Jesus Christ himself and resurrected. He's not winning. Gunther is not losing the World's Heavyweight Championship. It is not his. You are not having him Randy Orton beat Randy Orton, and then wrestle Sami Zayn, beat Sami Zayn. I'll get to that in a second. And then wrestle CM Punk and then lose. No. Sorry, we're not going down that road, bro. There's this guy that's ready to come back and probably will be CM Punk's WrestleMania opponent. That guy is an architect. He's a revolutionary. He's a visionary. He dresses very bizarre. His name is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and CM Punk will be the world. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he does lose it. I have no idea. But I will say, right now, with or without the World Championship, Seth.
I want to encourage you to support traditional watching in a very special way, which is to
Big championship, and I will get back to that in a second because we got a major fucking bomb here. Oh my goodness. Angel Alaga with a $200 bomb. Oh my goodness. This bomb is for the GOAT. And thanks for helping me with your streams. Having gone through some crap the last couple of years, between recovering from heart surgery, loss of complete vision in one eye, and the recent loss of my father. Also, your pairing with Jason is so good on Tuesday night's Titans.
they cut to a shot of the crowd. Who, according to Punk last night after his match was done with Drew McIntyre, he was moving on. He had his sights set on the World Heavyweight Championship. He had his eye on either Gunther or Randy Orton. Whoever walked out of Bash in Berlin with the title, he was done with Drew. But Drew said the same thing about Punk after he beat him at SummerSlam. So you had to know that wasn't going to be the case. But we now know who will be challenging Gunther, even though it's not made official yet. But they made it pretty clear what the direction, who is going to be next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it may be somebody that you weren't expecting. We'll talk about who that was. We also had 2 more triple threat matches in the tournament to crown a #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. To complete the field of 4 competing next week, as there will be a fatal 4-way, basically fighting to see who will lose to Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. That's what they should rechristen this thing as. Who gets to lose to Braun Breaker? We're going to find out next week. And there was one gnarly injury to Kyrie, saying that I hope is not too serious, but basically the woman looked like she broke her face on a diving elbow drop to the floor that did not go according to plan. And there was a table, there was the edge of the table, and yeah, did not end well for Kyrie. I will show you the damage later. You know, she's part of damage control. You talk about damage control. Unfortunately, she did some damage all right. One thing that was not on the show tonight, and I was actually very curious if we would get it based on news reports that were circulating earlier in the day, there was no new developments in the New Day storyline. Outside of one brief story, or segment, I should say, in the back, with Kofi Kingston and Adam Pearce. And again, it was very brief. It wasn't even a full minute. But it was Kofi in the back, pitching Adam Pearce on a proposition, basically for him and Xavier Woods to challenge the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
Kofi very astutely pointed out in this segment, these guys have not defended their championships in 2 months. Hey, 2 more, and they'll catch up with the Young Bucks. They didn't defend their titles for 4 months. So they got a little catching up to do there. Of course, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, they were in the Raw main event tonight. Non-title, of course. The titles were not on the line. And they lost. Because champs are chumps. Especially the Judgment Day. This new version of the Judgment Day, it's a good word to sum it up. Chumps. So they were in the main event. The titles were not on the line. Explain to me. I keep asking this, giving me a good answer. Explain to me why these titles had to be split at WrestleMania. Still haven't gotten a good answer. But outside of that one,
Yeah, that is a good question. Because R-Truth and the Mid didn't really do shit with the title. They were nothing but comedy and a joke. Finn Balor and Jay McDonough aren't doing shit because they're still feuding with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. When this feud gonna end? And then who's gonna be there for the titles? What tag team are gonna beat them?
quick segment, there was no Xavier Woods, and there was no Odyssey Jones. But there was controversy involving Odyssey Jones. Because earlier today, it was pointed out that Odyssey Jones was removed from the roster page on WWE.com. And nobody has confirmed that he is out of the company. Nobody has confirmed that he's not. And I know Fightful, for one, and maybe other websites have tried to confirm with WWE. And I have not seen, up to this point, I have not seen any indication of what his status is, which is a very weird situation. Because you would imagine that if it was a freak occurrence, if it was something like an accident or something, that it would have been cleared up right away. The fact that it hasn't been tells me that there's something going on here. And if he is gone, for whatever reason, I'm not even going to speculate on why he may or may not be gone, because we don't know. But if Odyssey Jones is gone for whatever reason, that does throw a monkey wrench into the New Day storyline, which was only first now starting to get interesting, because I have not cared about this New Day Final Testament stuff, which has been dragging on for months now. Until
I have two
stuff
phones.
that they've done over these last several weeks.
Well, yeah, I have this phone. It doesn't work that much.
It's starting to get very interesting.
There's no service
Following
on
those 3 men.
I
So
do
this
just
throws a giant monkey wrench. Not that they can't work around it. If they have a longer term story involving Woods and Kofi, they can still find a way to play it out. It just makes it more difficult. But you know, I was just watching NXT No Mercy last night, which just so happened to also be in Denver, which is where Raw was tonight. And I saw Tony D'Angelo was on that show. He was challenging the North American Championship. You know, he was in the ring wrestling Volta Femi. I don't know, maybe Xavier Woods, you know, he greased some palms, paid off Tony D and his boys to take care of old Odyssey and just do him a favor. Xavier Woods has not been very fond of Odyssey Jones on TV. So, maybe he went to Tony D and Tony D, Jersey style, went and did Xavier Woods a favor. I'll tell you what, though, if they did, I bet you one thing, though. Odyssey Jones, he don't need no cement boots. Oh. Odyssey Jones, they don't have to worry about Odyssey Jones. Odyssey Jones, he ain't gonna float. So you don't gotta worry about that.
I live.
But Monday Night Football is back next week.
Yeah.
So 3 shows. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT are all going to be airing starting next week on the USA Network. And for the next 3 weeks, they're going to be airing with limited commercial interruption. That's according to what they said in the commercial. This Friday is their final show on Fox. The final SmackDown on Fox is upon us. We got one more to go, and SmackDown moves back to USA. Not a day too soon. This is your Monday Night Raw review. It is the first Raw review of the month of September. It is September 2nd, 2024. I am Solomon. Thank you so much for starting off your September with yours truly. Do me a favor, hit that like button. We were already well over 100 likes before I went live tonight, which is a great sign. So hit that thumbs up. Super chats are open. You can see them popping up on the screen. There's our boy Samoa Bro joining us here. Hopefully the first of many. So that is what you can do there if you want to send your messages in. If you missed it, I'll slow down here for a second. Samoa Bro. Wow, he heard me there for the second time. Samoa Bro, back to back, bro. If you missed it, the Bash in Berlin review is up. We had a PLE on Saturday. That was live after the show. You can get the full recap on YouTube. If you missed it, go check that out. Also, want to make mention of this. Did a deep dive on the career of Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, who had a very interesting career, to say the least. And you can go ahead and check out my full obituary. Unfortunately, Sid passed away last week. It's over 30 minutes talking Sid, his career, his legacy, some of the incidents that he was involved in, including the origins of Squeegee Sid, of course, the scissors incident, among other things. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I worked hard on it, and Sid was a part of him as a young wrestling fan. So I wanted to talk about my memories, his famous matches and infamous matches, among other things. And that is up as well. So go ahead and give that a listen and leave some feedback. Let me know what you thought of that. The show tonight opened a little bit different because Raw opened with Wade Barrett in the ring, and he was there to welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw. We usually don't see Wade Barrett. Usually he's on SmackDown, but for the next few months, he is going to be on Monday nights. He's going to be joined by the new voice, the new temporary voice of Monday Night Raw until they move to Netflix and everything flip-flops. But for the time being, he introduced the voice of Raw, Joe Tessitore, from ABC and ESPN. He's now the new voice on Monday nights. Tessitore was gushing over the European PLE crowd. He compared them to Denver Broncos fans. And they cut to a shot of the crowd. That was our transition to a recap package for Bash in Berlin. So let's talk about Joe Tessitore here for a couple minutes because this was his first night. And Joe Tessitore is a very experienced veteran. He's not a rookie. He's been doing play-by-play for college sports, NFL, and all sorts of sports and all sorts of shows now for at least 2 decades, maybe longer. So he's a veteran broadcaster. But he has not done wrestling. He is a wrestling fan. He is up on the storylines. He is up on the characters. He, for ESPN, was leading their coverage of WrestleMania 40 this year in Philadelphia, doing all kinds of interviews with talent. So he's not somebody that, Nick Khan plucked from the sports world, and he's not really a wrestling guy. He's got to learn about it. He knows what he needs to know about WWE. He's got product knowledge, which helps. I thought that he had a good first outing. There is room for improvement, but I think he had a good first outing. And when you look at some of the other faces, voices that they have tried in this spot over the last many months, go all the way back to Adnan Burke, another sports personality Nick Khan brought in. He's looking at his Rolodex and went through names. Adnan Burke was the first one that didn't work out. Jimmy Smith was the next one that was a little bit better, but that didn't work out because he got shit canned. And there have been other people that tried in different spots. Pat McAfee, he's worked out necessarily, not everybody's a Pat McAfee fan. But I like Pat. Pat's gone, though, for a few months for college football. So now it was time to try out somebody new, and that's why Joe Tessitore. And I don't think anybody should expect that Joe Tessitore or anyone else is going to be able to step in on day one and be what Michael Cole is. It's impossible. He can't do it. This is his first night as a wrestling commentator. But it's a tough spot to be in because Michael Cole has been the voice of Raw now for several months. And now he's stepping into his shoes. It's kind of like when Michael Cole took over from Jim Ross and he was unfairly maligned just for not being Jim Ross, back in 2008. And that was a tough spot for him to be. I don't think Tessa the way that Michael Cole did. I thought that he was definitely lacking in the enthusiasm department in certain spots. And in other spots, he had plenty of enthusiasm. So, in that regard, it was a very mixed bag, I thought. It's a fine line that you have to walk because you don't want to come off as forced. You don't want the enthusiasm to come off as overly rehearsed or you're forcing it. That's not what you want. It has to come natural. One thing that came natural to him, he felt very relaxed and sort of at peace with everything when he was doing commentary matches and doing play-by-play. Although he was very low. I thought he was a little too monotone for a good chunk of the show. That would be my other critique. I do think, though, it's just a matter of him getting his feet wet and getting better at it as time goes on. I thought if this was an indication of how things are going to go, I think they have a winner here. But it's just going to take time for him to get acclimated. And for us, as the fans, as the viewers, to get acclimated to his announcing style. Everybody has their own style. Jim Ross has his own style. Mauro Ronaldo has his own style. Michael Cole, everybody has their own style. So it'll just take some time. He sounded relaxed, I thought, for the matches. Maybe a little too relaxed for some of them. But I thought the thing he really shined on was the best segment of the night, which was the CM Punk Drew McIntyre. I actually thought he did a really good job with that. And one of the things that I noticed is when Drew McIntyre showed up, and he was in a hoodie. This was any other WWE announcer, any other year. How do these segments always go? Somebody shows up, you and I know who it is, right? But they have to play dumb. And they're like, Tom said they were taken advantage of, and they were jet lagged, they didn't get much sleep for lots of different reasons. Gotta get a match with one of these clowns in the Judgment Day. He said, I need you at 100%. So, promise me you'll let the trainers help you. He said, okay. So, they're setting up an injury obstacle here it's one of two things. They're setting up an injury obstacle for Rhea heading into the inevitable match of Bad Blood with Liv, the World Heavyweight Championship, because a 100% healthy Rhea Ripley against a 100% healthy Liv Morgan. It's not really a fair fight. So they're trying to handicap Rhea. They're working the storyline injury here to get Liv something that she can try to explore. Or they could be doing something else. They could be giving Rhea a built-in excuse if she loses. I don't think she's losing. I think it's the former. But there's nothing wrong with them setting up an injury angle here for Rhea. Makes sense to me. Threw his entire body at Otis coming off the rope. Like he just used his body as a weapon. Coming off the ropes. And just wiped out Brutus. Eventually, Otis's momentum was stalled by a Brutus ball off the top rope and knocked him down. Maxine and Eyeball tag. September. This is the 9th month of 2024. Otis has not won a television. But he's still over. People still like him. He's a charismatic guy. He's a likable guy. After the match, Gable got on the microphone. He told the fans to applaud the greatest fighting family in all of WWE. You don't piss off the Samoans now. last thing you want to do is piss off the Samoans. You will not win that battle. He complained that his match with Uncle Howdy last week was supposed to be a singles match, but Howdy got his freak show family involved. Then he challenged the Wyatt Six to an 8-person street fight for next week, and he told Howdy to bring any 4 members from his crew. So the lights went dark. Uncle Howdy walked out on stage, and he had a microphone, and this was the first time that I can remember that we had gotten an Uncle Howdy promo live in front of the crowd. No distorted voice. It was Bo Dallas in a mask, but as an Uncle Howdy. And he said that it's been 375 days since his sanity crumbled. I assume that corresponds to the day that Bray passed away. He said his past is in the void now. He said the silence is deafening, but he can still hear it. His life is no longer his. He said he and his crew will collect a debt. Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, they joined him on stage. And that was that. Now, I saw some people, I want to cut this off right away. I saw some people on my timeline who were laughing about the fact that Uncle Howdy appeared to be reading off of the teleprompter because there were a couple of times they cut to American Made standing in the ring. And if you look up, like the 300 level, they had like a screen up to the top portion of the arena, and you could see like captions. That wasn't a teleprompter. Those were closed captions, and they were actually lagging behind. Not like the lines were there for him before he said them. So let's just cut that shit off right away. He was not reading off of the teleprompter. Those were closed captions that were being shown in the arena. And besides, like he's going to be able to look up in that massive OS. He's going to look up all the way in the corner and be able to read what's being written on that screen. Come on. So I just wanted to clarify that. And so Nikki Cross is going to finally see some action because she's going to be part of this match next week. Nikki Cross has not had a match since November of last year. Not a house show match, not a television match, nothing. So this will be her first in a very long time. And they are advertising it. I have one question. They are advertising this match as an 8-person mixed tag team street fight. So my question to you is this. How exactly does one go about enforcing mixed tag rules in a street fight with no rules? How do they intend to do this? What is stopping Nikki Cross from going after Jackie? What is stopping Ivy Nile from trying to attack Joki's? Street fight. Right? There are no rules. We'll see what happens next week. You know, Dominic was on a podcast. He was on the Gorilla Position podcast over in the UK. Or wherever they were. Maybe they were in Berlin. I don't know. But he was on there and they asked him a question about wanting to wrestle. Do you want to wrestle or see yourself in a match possibly at some point with Rhea Ripley? And I brought this up recently on the shows and on TNT. I've said, man, if there was a way to make that match work, I know WWE wouldn't do it. And Dominic said the same thing. They're not going to do it. But he says, yeah, I'm down. Which, of course he is. Who among us would not want to wrestle Rhea Ripley? But, he's like, yeah, I'm down. Sure. But, I don't see the company doing it. And that's the thing. Things he was saying about those women, though? Didn't seem like she was expecting to see that sign, but as soon as she got down to ringside, she knew where it was. And she immediately was, pointing and, that wouldn't last very long. By the way, I have to mention this. I feel like it would be malpractice on my part if I didn't mention this. That today, well, it's after midnight now, but let's pretend it's still Monday. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the day that All Elite Wrestling announced that Phil Brooks was terminated from his wrestling and employment contract with AEW. He was fired. And Tony Khan went on television on Collision and with a straight face talked about how he feared for his life. 30 years of being a professional wrestling fan, never, ever has he feared for his life, in the way that he did that night backstage at Wembley Stadium. A lot has happened in the last year since that time, both for CM Punk and for Tony Khan. It's been a long year, but that was 1 year ago today. Tony Khan feared for his life. I certainly hope that he is feeling a lot safer, walking around with security at all times in the back. It's a very traumatic experience. So Punk got into the ring, and he was in a great mood, of course, because he got the win. Do the Tony Khan eyes.
LWO will never forgive Carlito. Don't know why would that said on Raw Talk? I don't know. But we do have the highlight to this. That's only 10 minutes.
High school nights, please. Vodka soda.
I decided to partner with Eric.
I'm equitable.
God damn these commercials, man.
I don't know where you guys are getting this from. I don't know who on social media is feeding you this. If it ends up happening, great. There's a story there. Because Rodriguez was Liv's tag team partner. And Rhea Ripley, she had a history with Raquel Rodriguez dating back to NXT. I think Raquel Rodriguez was the last person that Rhea Ripley saw on NXT before Rhea Ripley got, thrown to the main roster. So they do have some history there. Rodriguez went on to win the NXT Women's Championship. There is history there. If it does end up playing out that way, then they're giving Rodriguez something to do. I could absolutely see her being another female Eddie. I don't even know if she'd be in the Judgment Day. If they want to hand her to the Judgment Day, I wouldn't mind it. A two-female presence in the Judgment Day. She makes more sense than fucking Carlito. But if they go and do it, great. There's history there. It might work. But am I leaning on Raquel Rodriguez here? No. I'm not banking on that happening. I'm not really 100% sure. In fact, I don't know why we would want to drag this on any further. A lot of people tend to say that Triple H tends to drag storylines on and they never end. When they hit an end point, you kind of feel it. It just continues to give you weeks of television. Do you genuinely want to see this carry on for another 3 to 4 months? Do you want to see this carry on all the way to WrestleMania? With Rhea Ripley getting her championship back then? I mean, I'm sure they could come up with a way to do it and get us there, but man, talk about over. Talk about not really needing it to go that long. Like, Bad Blood should be it. Rhea ends Liv at Bad Blood and gets her championship back. Finn Balor and Damian Priest, if you want to make that the WrestleMania match, go ahead. There's no indication that that's taking place at Bad Blood. They haven't even had a one-on-one match yet. But doing that and dragging this out, the women to WrestleMania, I mean, that may be a tall order. I don't know. But Raquel Rodriguez obviously needs something different to do. She needs a fucking makeover. She needs a fresh coat of paint. If she comes back, doing the whole smiley, smiling everywhere, nobody wants to see that shit, man. That's so fucking unnatural. It's like watching Denise Salcedo on fucking YouTube taken away from a fucking live stream for a reaction video. Nobody wants to see. Nobody believes you. You fucking kidding me? It's the fakest shit I've ever seen. Nobody wants to see fake. They want upfront, honest, genuine. Vince McMahon saw the smiley bullshit on Raquel. It never worked. It buried her before she even started. He did the same thing with Apollo Crews. Smiling everywhere. What the fuck's he smiling about? He been fucking catering for the last 5 years. Now you're on TV smiling? Come on, man. Ridiculous. So if it works out that way, great. If
Yeah, we
not,
got
I'm not going to listen. It does make sense creatively if they want to weave her into the Judgment Day end. Now, Joe Tessitore, he is the newest play-by-play guy on Monday Night Raw, coming from a background of boxing and Monday Night Football, college football, ESPN. Joe Tessitore was fucking on point tonight. Love it. Absolutely great. And the reason why I talk about this tonight when she got her leg caught in the ropes, he brings a real sports enthusiasm. Ridiculous levels. And Liv Morgan, I don't think anybody really gave Liv Morgan at all. She was just there. But man, is she doing the best work of her entire career right now this year. In the last 3 months. Love it. She was interrupted by Dom, who walked out onto the stage, obviously loud boos. He had a black eye and a blood spot in his eye. I don't know what happened at the match in Berlin, but he got fucked up. She said nobody wants to hear his voice. He was trying to speak over the crowd. She told him to go get her girlfriend. Your content creator, especially to make your life. Hopefully he will be back next week. We got a replacement for him in the match. It actually was poetic, and it worked out beautifully the way that it did. Not that I want him to have COVID, but I love the way that they weave Braun Strowman into the IC title fatal 4-way next week after he won tonight. And Bronson Reed is going to be one angry fucking big man coming back next week because that was another opportunity that was taken away from him, and it was not his fault. So we'll talk about that. And tonight was the debut of Joe Tessitore on Monday Night Raw from ESPN. Joe Tessitore makes his debut with Monday Night Raw. If that's the case, if that's the direction that they want to go and do on Friday night after he wrestles Randy Orton, because you know that Cody needs some big named heels on Friday Night SmackDown to feud with. Solo Sikoa ain't gonna cut it. That's what needs to happen. Drew versus Cody could be a potential long-term plan for WWE, and this is the start of that. That's what I was thinking watching this set. There's no way. There's no way. He fed him the bracelet tonight. He took the bracelet. First of all, he slammed him on the commentary table. He claymored him out of his fucking Nikes. He threw him in the ring, beat the shit out of him, took his bracelet, broke it, fed it to him, claymored him with the fucking remnants of the bracelet in his mouth, and then he gets stretchered on a gurney. And then he attacks him before he was loaded into the ambulance. And you saw clearly that Punk was bleeding from the mouth due to the 3 Claymore kicks that McIntyre gave. That's what needs to happen. He got fucked up. We're getting Hell in a Cell. After Hell in a Cell, these two guys cannot coexist on the same brand at all. McIntyre's got to get moved to SmackDown. I think that's where they're going with this. I would be disappointed if it doesn't end up that way, because at that point, if they are on the same brand, it would be fucking illogical. So I want to see how many people pick up on that, and you know where you heard it here first, folks, because usually, you're paying $5 to some fucking cuck to get some news. But here we are, breaking the shit before it even happens, just like we called Hell in a Cell 2 months ago, and a bunch of other shit regarding Vince McMahon, and the whole Triple H, and all this other nonsense. We don't need none of this shit. We don't need none of this shit. So, thank you guys for all of your support. And normally when I like to say something on the show here in regards to the storyline or where it's going to go, and then we see it play
Just found this unbelievable sequin dress on eBay. From sellers probably.
We had our first of two triple threat matches on this show.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's their problem. They got a slew of problems. That's one of them. The sameness of the commentary team is fucking just old. I need something new there. I don't enjoy it anymore. It's not fun to me anymore. Joe Tessitore sounded really good. And I'm very excited to hear what he brings to the table on Monday night. And he will be on Monday night for the rest of the year. Then on January 6th, I believe, is the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. They will move Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, and I believe Corey Graves back to Monday night, and Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett will move over to Friday Night SmackDown. I think that's the going plan right now. But I thought he did great. I thought he did really, really good for his first night out. Much better than fucking Adnan Burke and Jimmy Smith and whoever else they fucking got in there. Kevin Patrick. Oh my fucking god, man. Was anybody as bad as Kevin Patrick? I think we'll be fine with Joe Tessitore. So yes, this opening segment set the tone. Bad Blood, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Women's World Championship, gonna happen.
I was hoping
And
though.
the little knee issue is a way to sell the effects of all of this over the next 5 years. Gable, Chad Gable, he's facing backstage and raging at the Creeds. And Ivy Nile was there as well, yelling about what happened last week. Says they're not there to mess around this week. He said the Creeds are the best athletes to walk through the doors of WWE in 10 years. So go show them. Brutus tipped over a table hanger, headed to the ring. Chad slapped Julius to psych them up. And the camera followed them to the ring from the backstage area and from Gorilla. Now, Tessitore did say, is it just me or was there something a little bit extra on that slap to Julius? Chad Gable's a leader. He may be a loser, but he's a leader. And he loves his American. Creeds and Ivy Nile against Alpha Academy. This is Otis Tozawa and Maxine Dupree to open Monday Night Raw. 6-person mixed tag team match. This was fun. This was fun. They got a win. Gable and American Made. They got a win. Everybody said, well, they didn't get a win last week. They look like losers to the Y86. Yeah, great. Yeah, I know. I explained, I think, in a good way, why Chad Gable's not buried. I mean, try explaining this to the fucking Anthony fools on social media. They don't know jack shit. They're just out there engagement farming away. But Chad Gable's not buried. He's not. I don't think he is. I don't think many of you guys think he is either. He'll be fine. There's a time and a place for when he's going to be a champion. Right now is not that time, and right now is not that place. It's all about Uncle Howdy and the Y86. So, Otis used Tozawa as a weapon against the Creeds early on. Dupree wiped out American Made with a big dive off the steel post as we go to commercial break. Tozawa back from break did a very nice DDT on Julius. He made the hot tag to Otis, who then hits Julius with the caterpillar. Otis kind of threw himself at Brutus with all of his weight. Looked like a fucking big bowling ball just rolling at him. Julius broke up the cover. Tozawa gave Julius a German suplex and hit Brutus with a suicide dive. He tried to dive on Julius, but Julius caught him and hit an overhead suplex. Otis knocked Julius off the apron. Brutus knocked him down with a Brutus bomb. Dupree and Nile tag back in because the ladies can only wrestle the ladies, and men can only wrestle the men. Dupree and Nile tagged in. Dupree gave Nile a Northern Lights suplex. Gable tried distracting by jumping on the apron. Dupree gave him a big high kick to the face, knocked him off the apron. This distraction allowed Nile to lock in her Dragon Sleeper, and Dupree immediately can stake it up with my receptions. Sorry. American made. They win. They beat the Alpha Academy. Gable after the match says he should have had a one-on-one classic against Uncle Howdy last week, but Howdy used his freaks to get the win. Gable knew what it would take to finish them, so he challenged them to an 8-person mixed tag team street fight next week. American Made would get rid of the Wyatts, not just for the fans, not just for the locker room, but for America.
Well, hang on. I don't want to.
I like this.
Keep the count.
First of all, we're getting Nikki Cross. That's unofficially Nikki's debut with the Wyatt 6 in an in-ring role. So we're getting Nikki Cross, who plays Abby the Witch, or Sister Abigail, whatever. She's going to be in the match next week. It's going to be Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, and a mixture of the other 3. It's either going to be Rowan, Loomis, Rowan, and Gacy. It could be Loomis and Gacy. We don't know. So, right there, it's going to be a disadvantage for American Made and Chad Gable because we don't know who Uncle Howdy's going to go out there and choose. That's this tag team partnership in this mixed tag team match. But I like the fact that this could be it. For everybody that says Gable's buried, this could be it. We don't need to see this anymore. I don't think that Gable and American Made are winning. And if they do win, it's not going to be, in a straight up one-on-one, standard match or standard tag team match or standard 6-man tag. It's going to be plunder. So if the Wyatts lose next week, the street fight match, the rules of the street fight match will protect the Wyatt 6 next week so that they aren't pinned, in a way where it's a standard one-on-one match. There'll be something brutal that happens, and either way you look at it, it could go the American Made way or it could go the Wyatt 6 way. I don't really think that would be that big of a deal if the Wyatts lose next week. That's just the way that I see it. It's going to be fucking plunder, it's going to be chaos, so if they end up losing, I mean, it kind of serves it up as okay to me. Now, if they go and wrestle American Made, and American Made just fucking loses, how many more people are going to say, well, what did this team do for American Made? I don't know. I'm going to tell you what I told you last week. I don't think Chad Gable's buried. I think Chad Gable's going to wrestle his ass off next week. The Creeds and Ivy now are going to wrestle their asses off next week. I don't think anybody's going to be buried coming out of this. But what I do think is that we are reaching the end of this. There's no more that can be done. I really feel like this team's kind of hit a wall. What are we doing? Uncle Howdy, speaking in rhymes and riddles and all this other shit, I don't really care about that. I know he wants to make an example out of him because Gable turns his back on his previous family to better himself, quote unquote, and use the Creeds to get where he wants to be. Meanwhile, he betrayed his family. That's the whole basis of it. I don't think Gable's going to win based off that and that alone. He's got to be treated like he did wrong. Can't make Uncle Howdy lose here. Right? How many times have we complained that Bright went in and said some cool shit? You listen to the guy speak. He speaks, you stop what you're doing to listen to him. He spoke in fucking rhymes and riddles and fucking poems. Whatever he said was great. I mean, it all sounded fucking fantastic. And then he goes and wrestles and loses. So you guys want this to be different. You guys want this to be different than what Bray did with the Wyatt family. They were losers. He was a loser. More times than I care to admit. Because I love them and I love him. But you want Bo to go into this, speak cool and all poetic, and then go into this match this week and lose? That's Triple H's problem to deal with. That's WWE's problem to deal with. When you got these supernatural characters and these characters that need special treatment, how much of it's going to be special treatment, and when is it going to reach a limit to where it's ridiculous and they can't do it? The Wyatts Gable's in the main events 2 out of the last 6 weeks on Monday Night Raw. He's in a high-profile feud with one of the most over characters in the entire company. A new group in memory of Bray Wyatt. You think they're just going to pick anybody for this spot to feud with them first? They chose him. That should be an honor in itself. There's a right place and a right time. He's there to do a job. He's going to do it. He's going to do what he's asked of, and he's going to be rewarded when the time is right. I don't know why people are getting bent out of shape over Chad Gable losing. It will be fine. You're not going to watch next week and go to sleep and lose sleep over this shit. I promise you. It's going to be all right. Uncle Howdy. He was in the aisle. And Uncle Howdy said 375 days ago, his sanity crumbled. My path is in the void now. The silence is deafening, but I can still hear it. My life is no longer mine. He says they have chosen their path and they will collect their debt. He was then joined by the other Wyatt 6 members on stage, and the lights went out. We got this in Calgary next week on Monday Night Raw. Moving on. Zelina Vega. She wrestled Shayna Baszler of the Pure Garbage Collective. Zelina Vega, she went up to a fan that had a sign that said, Michael Trinidad has the best seat in the house. 9/11/01. Never forget. This was obviously in honor of her father who passed away during the 9/11 attacks in 2021. So she obviously started to get emotional, obvious reasons. And that was good on the fan for being there in that moment, her acknowledging it. That's coming up soon, within a week. We all know how that's special to her to come out on television to honor her father with some sort of, alteration to her gear or something that she does or says here in the city. She does volunteer work. Good on her. Good on her. Thoughts and prayers with her. She wrestled Shayna Baszler. This match went 6 minutes. Not much here at all. I don't know where we're going with any of this stuff as far as story is concerned. It just is not interesting to this view. It's not. They went to a commercial break within 90 seconds of the match. Vega hit a moonsault after the break for 2 count. She used a very low 619 to knock Zoe Stark off the apron.
Wow, I made the video long enough. I'm gonna end the video. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment. I'll be back with more. Until next time.
She used a dive to take out